This is a good story because it speaks to not just domestic violence, but also the depression that men face. Not all men that can actually express how they feel to their spouses, especially when they're having issues with finances and all that. Some of them would rather just become violent.
I have to give kudos to the director.
Yeah.
So there are sometimes you look at what you have. The director actually had to cut his coat according to his size. So what he did was that, watch when they shot
Jaguar.
Jaguar
Yeah,
at the end.
Jaguar.
You know, he actually panned the camera out of Jaguar. Even when they shot the boy.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, it's true.
He also dodged the boy.
Yeah, I didn't even know if it was the boy or the father
father.
that they shot.
True.
You understand? He was
Yeah.
dodging something.
Hey guys, welcome to POV. Now kick back and relax as we dive into the world of entertainment. We keep things light but insightful with fact checks, different viewpoints, and some friendly debates, of course. Now get comfy and enjoy the ride. Welcome back. Now for this review, we'll be traveling to the creeks of the Niger Delta and exploring themes of domestic abuse, militancy, strained familial relationships, manhood, amongst others. Now this movie, written by Priya Diri and Kesta Nsirim, is a gripping tale that explores the themes of family, survival, sacrifice, and enduring hope. Kill Boro tells the harrowing story of Elijah, a young boy burdened by his father's Boro's relentless brutality against him and his mother. Driven by desperation, Elijah seeks an unthinkable solution from a notorious gang leader. Now, the film featured actors such as Ini-Dima Okoje, Philip Asaya, Greg Teddy Bear, Ojefwa, Brutus Richard, Michael Dakpa, Blessing Uzero, Kosisochukwu Ogboroche, Beloved Osaje, Hilda Dokubo, and Yibo Koko. And as usual, I have very amazing people with me, and we'll be reviewing this movie from very, very important angles. Now let's say hello to the guys I have here in the studio. Hi AY, hi Jude.
Hello, Michelle.
How you doing?
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, how you doing? You guys are shining. You guys are enjoying this economy. It's like it's favoring you guys.
No.
What's the secret?
Disclaimer.
What is the secret?
Well, I just came back from Father's Day.
Oh, okay, so you're feeling refreshed, right?
Yes. I'm so proud.
I think it was Father's Day. It was not Boy's Day, Boy Child's Day.
That's what it's
Sorry, Jude.
For some strange reason,
And okay, I understand.
I understand the reason why they wanted to keep Boro, but it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Because they understand him.
Yeah.
You know what he was going through.
All right, now thank you for bringing me back to the focus of the day. So, Kill Boro. Now, we're going to be looking at this movie holistically as usual. So we're going to be talking about filming. Now, this is a complete roundup of the productions and technical aspects. Now, let's start with cinematography. Now, Jude, what would you say about this movie as it relates to cinematography?
Well, I think every shot was detailed because it was nice movement shots. The cinematographer actually, I think he understood the assignment. Yes, and because he actually told the story with his shots.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, and you can tell when the boy was actually going back to return the money and everything, the feelings. Then I want to also give kudos to the gaffer.
Okay.
Yes, and the lighting in the room was something else.
Yes.
The guy was on point. Yes,
A dark room,
Yeah.
but he was able to put.
it's not when they brought light.
Yes,
When
true.
they prayed and that's
Yes,
what
true.
the light came up.
Yeah.
You understand? Those scenes we are just, I felt the movie. You understand? Aside you understanding the story itself, but the cinematographer, the gaffer, the makeup artist as well, every guy tried.
I share similar opinion because I think Nigerian cinematographer, I don't want to use Nigerian because I don't know exactly the nationality of the cinematographer, but Nigerian movies and their cinematography, they've actually upscaled. I don't know whether it's because of the high standards that the streaming platforms are now requesting for, or probably the high demand from the viewers like you and I. But the quality of that movie, Kill Boro, in terms of filming, the positioning of the cameras, the shots as you mentioned, and nothing was extra, it was just on point from start to finish. And also they had some shots done on sea, or on water rather. So they were able to capture those moments as well. So it was, for me, it was a good one. I like that guy, man. I feel like giving him something.
All right, it looks like we're up for a jolly ride. This one Jude is already saying, I like cinematography, I like this, I like that. All right, so now let's come to you, AY. What do you think about makeup? I know they didn't do so much.
Yeah, true.
So much costumes. Yeah, but what do you think about makeup? And I'm waiting for you to come and say the blood was not bloody. So what do you think about it?
The storyline did not require too much of effects and all that, SFX effects and all. So it was just your normal, everyday, rural, urban settlement story and all that. So the makeup on Boro was good. I would say that the boy at some point, from start to finish, did not look fresh. I don't know. Maybe towards the end part, it looked a bit freshened up, but it was all looking scruffy from start to finish. Yeah, so that's just the point. He had to interpret that because he was not feeling happy. So the makeup interpreted that his internal feelings. And also the makeup on Ini-Dima as well was good. That's Boro's wife, Boma. So it was good. You know, even the blood effects were not.
No, please leave blood effects.
Okay, let me leave it for him. I leave it for you.
Blood.
Alright, so as a bloody civilian that I am.
Okay, nice one.
So I have to give kudos to the director.
Yeah.
Also. So yeah, sometimes you look at what you have and you try to don't make it look fake because you don't have this. Now maybe they didn't have maybe the more special effects kind of makeup artist. The makeup artist they did have the makeup which they had actually had this how to do a blood and stuff like that. But when it means cutting heads,
those are
all those stuff like that, it's more serious effects.
Yeah.
So the director actually had to cut his coat according to his size. So what he did was that watch when they shot the
Jaguar.
Jaguar at the end.
Jaguar.
He actually pan the camera out of Jaguar.
Not to.
He just stay on him to
didn't
show.
really focus.
You would have pay like me start looking at. So he said, "Jude, don't see this one. Let's look at something else." Even when they shot the boy.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, it's true.
He also dodged the boy.
Yeah, I didn't even know if it was the boy or the father that they shot.
True,
You understand? He was dodging something. Because they shot, we knew the guy shot someone. So later on when we now saw the father holding the boy, and he took a high angle shot to see them covering the boy, holding the boy and everybody's covering. So he was dodging some details. And again, he was also paying attention not to make people feel uncomfortable seeing blood on their screen. There are some people that don't like seeing blood on screen. They feel uncomfortable seeing it.
True.
So
phobia for blood.
Yeah, so he tried to, help them. Yes, and by taking long angle shots, trying to dodge some things, and still the message was still passed. Yes, and so that is why I say give kudos to the director.
True.
And the makeup artist, she did her best. I felt when they dumped that guy, the other first guy they killed.
Yes, true. That's the first
the one that had the burned
face
or something. The lady or a guy. I don't know if it's a lady or a guy, but he did great.
I just realized Jude is a PH boy.
Yes, he is. He is. So
I feel like
he will to relate.
It's not just relating. There might be wayo inside.
Okay, being sentimental, right?
Yeah.
Are you? Okay.
All right, we'll find out soon. All right. So, what do you think about sets and props? Yeah.
That's the real waterside kind of setting. You call me a PH boy, so let me tell you how PH looks like. There are some ghetto areas in Port Harcourt that actually had that kind of setting. Like water line areas where we see people, they defecate
the mess of
the sea area and stuff like that.
Refuse
dump, everything inside the water and everything. So they actually portrayed it very well. The settings were local, how it looks like. Even anybody who comes from Port Harcourt and comes from that waterside area also, you will notice that this area is exactly what it looks like. You understand? And this is how they live.
Yeah, true.
The accent, everything, the way he was even addressing his son, and the way the son is addressing the father. Come on, I want to talk to my mom. See, I want to all this kind of thing. Is exactly how we speak. True. Even when that guy did, the man in white again at the end.
Yeah, Jaguar.
When he called Boro, he called him Aboy.
Aboy, yeah.
I laughed because that is how we call normal street slangs. We call them Aboy again. You understand? Everything was just real for me. Yes, that was real.
Even the cuisine, the typical cuisine of Port Harcourt.
Boiling and
I think so.
It was good. It was good. Now let's talk about directing. Jude already said quite a lot about the director.
Yeah,
Do you agree with him?
Yeah, it was co-directed by Steve Gukas. We all know Steve Gukas, Living in Bondage, 93 Days and all that. So you can't expect nothing less from that man. He has been doing it over and over again. So directing aspect, spot on for me.
All right. So let's move on to scripting and acting. What do you think about the story? Do you think it was properly told? No, let me leave you.
Okay. First 10 minutes, I was like wondering what's going on here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, a young random boy, he had a father that was abusive and all that. So I was, okay, this is the regular Niger story whereby you have an abusive father. But the twist came when he had an encounter with himself, with his old self that was loving and all that. And he determined to change. At that point, I was like, okay, now this storyline is becoming more interesting for me. And I saw that transformation, even though I also experienced another twist from the boy.
Yeah.
He was adamant. He did not, I'm looking for a word to describe his feeling now. It was just stone cold, that's the word. Even though his mother was like, okay, this is my husband. Now I'm loving my Boro of those days. But this little boy was stone cold till the last scene. So I was like, okay, this is a good story because it speaks to not just, what's the call now, domestic violence, but also the depression that men face.
Yeah.
And not all men that can actually express how they feel to their spouses, especially when they're having issues with finances and all that. Some of them would rather just become violent and all that. So not all men can actually express themselves as men, I'm going through this, help me out. So it speaks to that and the challenges and mental health of men, Nigerian men, not just Port Harcourt men, Nigerian men and all that. Also speaks to father-son relationship, because whatever you do to your mother as a father, it affects the children. So you could see it play out that the boy was livid. So the storyline was quite relatable. It addressed quite a number of societal issues, even the issue of militancy in the Niger Delta, the rivalry and all that. It addressed that too. So it was an holistic movie. It was a purely Nigerian movie, and it's detailed everything that is happening both in family and in the society as well. So for me, I was so impressed with the script, even though at the beginning I was a bit confused. But that's how good movies are. It leaves you with that suspense. So I was really impressed with the scripting.
I think when I was watching the movie, what came into my mind was I had a flashback, So I don't know. I think they went back. I don't know how Port Harcourt is right now. I've left Port Harcourt for a while. While growing up in Port Harcourt, we had this neighborhood. Who that knows Port Harcourt? I'm not talking about those that are living in the more advanced areas. I'm talking about people that actually live in the ghetto. Now, if you actually went to the ghetto and you notice that one of the things you notice is the cultism.
Yeah, sure.
So they lure children from small into cultism and stuff like that. And children grew to have this, power. You understand? Like, okay, I want this thing, I don't
become
want
audacious.
it. You understand? If I don't want it, I know how to get it. Stuff like that. And again, sometimes they like to take people out of their way. Whoever tries to stop their joy, or whoever tries to caress them as well. So when I was seeing, what's the name of the son again?
Elijah.
When I was seeing Elijah portraying, I was remembering some of my friends while growing up. The kind of mindset we had. So we didn't see the angle of the elders, what they passed through. What we are seeing is how they treat us. You understand how we are being treated by them. That's what we kept on saying. And all that's in our mind was that this uncle or this person is wicked. You understand? And if most of my friends then that actually belong to different kind of places then, or trying to have the bad pills, you understand? And they feel like, okay, I can do something to them and stuff like that. So when I was seeing Elijah doing I think most of these children that lives in this ghetto need to watch this movie, because it helps to tell you that things are not actually what you see. You understand? That angers and pains that these uncles or aunties are portraying is not because of they hate you, it's because they actually are facing something that they are trying to control
and they cannot share with you.
Can't share with
so
you.
The best way is let me just
lay it out.
Hard on
you understand? But not knowing that actually they do care about you. You understand? So when I saw the whole story, I was like, people need to watch this movie, because Elijah actually portrayed the life of most of my guys when we are growing up. I think nowadays we are all grown, so we now see things in a different light. Yes, now we won't thank God that we didn't make such mistakes while growing up as well.
That's interesting. I really liked the storyline. It had so many lessons. Even the other girl that I can't remember her name now.
The friend to Elijah.
No,
the
not the
girl.
lead girl.
Okay, the lady or the girl that was in the gang.
Lydia. So I enjoyed her story when she was telling Elijah, "Oh, don't kill your father." All of those things. It was really interesting. I think it had like so many lessons.
Yeah,
and
sure.
That's really great, considering the kind of movie to watch nowadays. Alright, so let's talk about casting, character development. What do you think about? Do you think those casts were appropriate for?
Let me start off with the boy. I don't know if I'm not sure if he's the lead actor, even though it's Kill Boro, but the boy had a major role to play.
Yeah.
That's Kosi Sochuk or something. That's his name. For me, I was not really impressed by his acting. That's Elijah. I felt he could have done better. Yeah, it was not a bad outing. For me, that's my opinion. However, I loved his friend. That's I'm trying to remember. But her real name is Beloved.
Yeah.
Beloved Osage. Yeah, Beloved Osage, that's her name. I loved her confidence on set. She was talking, and she's a very young girl, for those who do not know, because Beloved is a very young girl. And I saw like this lady or this girl needs to be groomed more because she will end up becoming a big star. I've seen her in other movies too. So when I saw her in Kill Boro, I was like, this is good. Now moving away from the children actors, and let me go to the lead actor himself. That's Boro, that's Philip Asaya. Philip is not your regular known face in the industry and all that, but did he do well? Yes. Is they call it Wafe now, the pidgin language was spot on, like from start to finish. It was like the way the guy they take act, was like, man, I was like, the guy does give lines and all that. Even though I was not particularly impressed with Boma, that's his wife, that's Ini-Dima. Ini-Dima has been on our screens for a while. If you remember, she acted in Blood Sisters with Nancy Isima too. So I was like, but Philip was giving me back to back. Jeffrey Ojefwa, that's Teddy Bear.
Yeah.
Remember, I know Jeffrey is. I love Jeffrey when he's comical. This role that they gave him, I don't really feel him.
Maybe because you
I love
used to him.
This is what Jude likes, when you give people something that is different from what they normally do.
You know, but Jeffrey, when I saw him, because he's like the gang leader of the other rival group. Jeffrey, I still won't laugh because when I look at his face, I always move to laughing because we all know that Jeffrey is, when it comes to the comedy industry, he's quite good. He even got a nomination last year, AMVCA too. So, but overall, I won't say it's a bad cast for me. Not excellent, but good. Not excellent, but good.
Alright, Jude.
Okay, so I only disagree with AY when you mentioned that Elijah the guy who played Elijah, they actually played the role very well. Because, just like I mentioned earlier on, I saw the Port Harcourt wherever. You understand in him, you understand the anger, the arrogance, you understand. I saw it in him because he made me believe the story. You understand? It was not this smiley, because then when you know what you can do, you know the kind of guys you are with, you understand? So you know the kind of things those guys can do for you. As one of your uncles or whoever, or your daddy or somebody is actually provoking you always hear this something boiling, like when you want to do something and you're being held down, you understand? So he portrayed the role very well for me. He killed it. Boro killed it.
Yeah, true.
You understand? I love the way Boro was reacting to when they are trying to correct him and stuff like that. He was behaving like a real Niger Delta person. So they always have this same arrogance, and the arrogance play between him and his son. We are showing. You understand? There was this arrogance between their two. Then who else again? The wife.
Yeah.
That's Boma. The one that played Boma. Boma actually played very well. Now, first of all, she confused me in the beginning. She confused me to be like, I was thinking it was the boy's elder sister.
Okay. Yeah, because she was young. They did that flashback and so she got pregnant.
Yes. So I when the boys held her from her back because and when he came back when at the shop.
Yeah, true.
So I felt like maybe it's her elder sister. It's the elder sister actually. And I was like, who is this? Next thing he now turned to be the mother.
That's suspect.
Yes, that.
That's
But
suspect.
she now wore the character very well when they started beating her and treating her. That was where I knew that she wore the character of a mother. Yes, and she wore it as a mother later on.
Maybe I was expecting too much from her because of past of previous movies. Blood Sisters, you know what she did in Blood Sisters. If you watch Blood Sisters, man, she and Nancy killed that movie and all that. So I was expecting something more and all that.
There's someone who I didn't enjoy his character now. Let me go to my normal self. Now let's switch somebody. It's a guy. They didn't give him a character name in the beginning of the movie when Boro was in the PR party.
Okay.
It's those two guys that was talking. You see the other guy, the one that walked up, that's not there. He's a popular face in Nollywood. He's known for acting action movies a lot. He's like the Kelvin. Who is this? Kelvin,
Kelvin.
Kelvin, just like Kelvin,
the huge
big
guy
that always play bad boy.
Kelvin.
Both of them act movies in the past, so he is known for that. I believe if they can swap him with Gentle.
Okay.
That guy that played Gentle, he was never gentle. Like he didn't even portray anything very well. He was just being arrogant and trying to be tough. It was the other guy. Just switch their two like this. Then what's this man's name? The man that played the father to Obuma.
Okay.
When Obuma was pregnant. That man is a very popular figure in the Nollywood industry. Now, he's known for acting lots of lady doctors and stuff like that. And he's a professor in theatre arts in Rivers State University. Now he's just like the Sam Dede. Him and Sam Dede is in that same category. So I believe if he played that role of Jaguar.
Okay, Jaguar,
Jaguar didn't actually play very well. He was not pretty fair. I saw him like
he had a beat patrol. Jaguar only came on
Jaguar also went
at the beginning.
He went soft when he saw Hilda.
Yes, okay, I was almost confused what Hilda's role, because she was just acting as the little girl's mother.
Yeah.
So I was almost confused why such a big personality would just be somebody's mother and very few dialogue. So I think I kind of saw her importance in the movie towards the end.
He does the marketing.
He's the marketing and also the Niger Delta. No, Hilda is quite big.
Yeah, and I also heard that they picked a lot of people that are actually
from natives. Yeah.
Most of the people that acted the movies are pointed as from Niger Delta.
Yes.
But
when he saw Hilda, why did he go soft?
They didn't explain that part.
Because
I kind of feel like maybe there was a particular time when there used to be a community, and those kind of things that happen. I mean, one person now breaks out and the person is not for me, this one, that one. But that woman, being that she is old, so I kind of feel like maybe she's that girl's grandmother or something. She can't be her.
No, she mentioned, she called him
by his name.
More like, I know you. So all these things you are doing, you're just fronting.
But I just still feel that fear from that guy. All this guy was trying to be a tough guy. Jaguar was actually playing the role of this tough guy that everybody is scared of. Apart from Boro, you understand? Even Boro said got to a point that he was even so.
Because family. Yes, because of his family. True.
The who else again? I saw again. Nobody else again. The rest of them played.
Okay, so who was your standout actor?
The boy that played the
Boro. That's Philip Asai.
Interesting. Now this is the time we've all been waiting for. I know you've been waiting for this one. Even wait one. Now, would you say this movie? Would you toast the movie first AY? Jude. AY.
Jude, go first.
Okay. Based on the fact that it made me see some reasons and I saw some morals, lots of morals.
Yeah, true.
You know the answer, guys. Is toast.
How refreshing it is listening to Jude toast to a movie right here on POV. I'm toasting to your toast. Same here, it's a toast. The movie speaks to men's mental health, cultism, depression, family, love, all that, even pedophilia too. The story that Lydia talked about. So it's a good movie. Go watch it if you've not watched it. I think it's still shown on Prime too.
Yeah, it's top 4.
Yeah, so for me, it's a toast.
I was a bit skeptical towards the end when they were all gathered and obviously they were going to shoot someone. I kind of felt like, this is a Nigerian movie. I think I mentioned to you that don't kill the mother. But I was surprised that it didn't go the way as planned. So it's definitely a toast to that movie. Now, Kill Boro is currently streaming on Prime, just like AY said. What are your thoughts? Would love to know in the comment section. We're waiting for you there because we'd love to know your thoughts. Now, this is where we draw the curtain on the show today. I am Michelle, and this is your favorite review show, POV. Bye.